Maybe let's have a look in Florida and have a look at the profitability of companies here. Wow, boy, some of these companies are in a really bad state, and I don't mean Florida. I mean that. Hello and welcome back to Plutocracy. This is episode 6. In our last episode, we did some experimentation. We learnt what makes a company go bankrupt and what doesn't. Well, maybe not what doesn't, but we definitely know what makes a company go bankrupt. Sometimes investing in those really really big decreases could be really great for us, but it probably isn't. And I think buying into the company a little is a good way to test that out. So let's travel over to Kentucky and just let's just check that out. I think we're there. Yeah, we are in Kentucky. So we can see here Taylor Brothers, they've had a minus 696% decrease, and they're down to 31 cents per share. So this is a kind of a similar situation. We can see that there's a strike. It started in January, so they've been striking for most of the year. We can probably jump into the stock market. Gosh, what's the memory like a sieve? Taylor Brothers, right? Taylor Brothers. Okay, so we can see the share price is peanuts at the moment. Let's have a single share and see what the situation is at Taylor Brothers. Look, more bankruptcies. Bankruptcies everywhere. This person really wants to get rid of their shares, and I'm not surprised because this company is probably about to go bankrupt. Let's have a look at the statistics. They're losing 2.18 million. In the finances here, we can see they've got no cash reserves, they've got liabilities, loans out of the wazoo. I am pretty certain this company is about to go bankrupt. We haven't really lost anything, 31 cents, 35 cents, whatever we spent. I will not be investing into this company because I know now that would be a bad idea. Let's have a look at the filters again though, and let's have a look at well, maybe it's not a good idea to just continually invest in companies like this. Maybe what we should be doing is taking on some risk in the form of loans or some other way to make some cash. We definitely need to build up our cash in hand as well as our monthly income. One good thing about loans is that you don't pay taxes on it, so it might be a good idea to do some loans. We do of course run the risk that people just won't pay us for the loans that we have. Maybe let's just see if there's anybody in Kentucky that we can give a loan to. Let's filter on the ambitions here. Let's get rid of these ones. Let's do loan and doable actions. What we're looking for is sort of low risk actions. 64 is most of our cash, so I don't want to do something like that. 16,000, 4%, 17%. I mean, this is probably... Why can't I speak to you? It's the wrong state. Jeez, okay. We're in Kentucky, right? This is Kentucky? Okay. Let's filter the state. I wish it was kind of dynamic and automatically selected the state you're in with the option to add other states. That would be kind of cool, but not the way it is. This is 20% risk. 10% risk is a decent risk, but that's most of our cash, so we'd have to just sit the quarter out, I suppose. 10 grand, that's not too bad. I suppose I'll give this person a loan. Yeah, I'm I'm going back to being a loan shark. I think this is going to be the way that we make it now. 76, too much. That's too much. I'm looking for, well, that's a small loan. Yeah, let's do a small loan. I'm looking to minimise the risk by only giving out small loans right now. Let's increase loyalty with that random character. 7% risk. Okay, let's do that. Let's fulfill your ambition. Saboteur would be cool, but let's just increase loyalty. I don't think it hurt to just make random characters loyal to us. 31,000, 19%, 14.7%. It's most of our cash though. 19%. 8%, that's quite a low risk. Obviously, low risk means less money. But it means less chance of losing my money, which is kind of what I need right now. That's pretty low rate, low loan, low risk rate. So we'll do that, and it's got a reasonable return. It's not an amazing return, but we'll kind of see what happens, I guess. That's a bit riskier, but we may as well do a couple of riskier goes. Let's increase your things, definitely. So we've got a 9, an 8 and a 16. Let's go for this one. These are quite small. The risk is higher, but they're actually quite small loans, so I'm not going to worry too much about them. Let's have a look at the speed, make sure that's in ×3, and let's just let that tick over. So I think it's definitely going to be a strategic thing for us to have loans. We are expecting some income here. Are we making cash? Taylor Brothers? Wow, if the share price is currently 0.31, then we probably should sell our shares. Let's have a look at Taylor Brothers here. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. This is a bit daft really. If we've only got one share, they probably shouldn't come to us and offer to pay money for one share. It doesn't make any sense, because surely you just buy it on the stock market. Anyway, yes, I will sell you my one share in the company that's about to go bankrupt. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good idea for us to get some loans and try for a bit of ROI on loans. Yeah, just with companies going bankrupt all the time, it might just be worth trying it. Let's have a look. So this guy's returned his loan. That's brilliant. We've got 60 grand. We could probably give out a couple more loans. So let's have a look at this guy. 3%. No, don't like that. 1 quarter, 4%, 15% risk. Let's do that. Yes, you can have a loan. Let's just try and make some friends. 24k. How much cash we got? We've got 32 at the moment. That's quite risky. 8%, that's pretty low. So let's give this guy a loan. Just loans for everybody. And look, giving out loans is great because it fulfills people's wishes, and that gives me experience points. These two people left, so that's a 9 and that is a 10. That's 14% risk rate, that's 20%. Let's go for this person here. Ambition, fulfill a loan. Very good, very good. And let's now we're out of money again and we can't do anything. We do have this skill point that we need to think about. We had been putting skills into diplomacy in the hopes that it would make trading better, but I'm just so down on trading right now, directly with characters. Yeah, I'm just so trading is just such a trading. I mean, negotiating, dealing directly with the AI is just so bad at the moment in the current patch that I don't think it's worth putting any more into this at the moment. We do have some staff on the books that I don't really want to get rid of because I'll have to pay them balloon payments. Is it balloon payments? Like golden parachutes, I guess is what they're called. Basically, you have to give them like a redundancy package. I don't want to give them a redundancy package, but if I like put a star into personnel, then maybe I'd pay them less or something. We could put money into bookkeeping and pay less tax. That would be a way forward as well. In terms of like personal maintenance, that's only like 15%, so that isn't a lot. Yeah, it's really hard to know where to put the star. Maybe I'll just leave it for a minute. Let's have a look at our messages here. We do have a refuse. It's an 8k refusal, so I'm not too worried about that. I definitely threw more money away just experimenting a bit earlier on. Let's I don't know. Let's move state. Let's go. Let's go down to Florida. It's an unnecessary expense, but you know we haven't got a lot to do. We may as well travel and see the sights. While we're here, we'll go to person search. Let's see if we can give out any good old loans. Let's change our current state here from Kentucky. Let's go to Florida. Even if the state that you're currently in was at the top, that would be a good thing. Right, so we can fulfill a few loans here. Maybe let's sort by wealth, descending in the state, and hope these people would be more likely to actually pay. That's an 18% though. Maybe these wealthy people just like taking other people's money. That's quite possible. Let's give this guy a loan. I will get a collector. Wherever I can, I'm gonna try and get collectors. I think that's 17% risk, but we will go for it. Here's another collector, and then at least we can go and send the guys down to knock the door down if they don't pay. That's not a bad one. Let's do that one. Okay, you can just be my friend. We'll make lots of friends. Let's have a look. Right, what about you? No, that's too much. 10%. That's kind of decent. Decent risk rate. It's a low return. Is the only problem when you go for these lower risk loans. Lower risk, lower return. It's going to take us longer in order to make more cash. And maybe let's get a journalist. Now let's make this guy super loyal. That'd be good to make some proper longer term friends, I guess. So that's 6k, 7 and 3. So 13. So this is lower risk, 3% rate. 3% rate. Oh, let's go for the 7. Ambition, fulfill. Cool. A goon, robbing characters or companies. Oh, that sounds interesting. I wonder if I can use a goon against our rival. Let's have a look. So if I get rid of that, let's filter directly to our rival. I know I can. Oh gosh, look, he's now got 5 million. Jeez, he's made a lot of money. I can't. Right. Oh, he's in Massachusetts. Oh, right. So do we need to be? That makes sense. We need to be in the same state as him. We can't. We've got no money to travel, so we can't use a thing against our rival at the moment. This guy wants to buy shares. Right. This company looks like it's in good condition, so I'm going to say no. Yeah, we can't travel if we've got no money, so I guess we're stuck in sunny Florida. Maybe we're, I don't know, hanging out with Walt or something. good old Carnegie. Yes, we are making cash, which is very nice. There is something for sale here. We've got some cigars, Taste of Freedom. Let's see if we can taste the freedom. Let's go for that. 18.4. This is above asking price, but I'm going to go for it because I want it for my collection. Let's see what we've got. We have a refusal. It's a refusal for 8k. So again, I'm not going to let it slide, but I'm going to just kind of ignore it for a minute. So I don't think any of those are going to help us in terms of our actual cash monies. Let's have a look at these loans. So we've got 2 bad debts on the books at the moment. This guy and this guy. They were small-ish loan values. So we've got 8k there and 8k there. Like I said, I'm gonna wait. If we become really desperate, we'll chase them up. But otherwise, I'll forgive the loans, and forgiving the loan should give us some favour. So yeah, I'm not taking any particular action on that. Maybe let's have a look in Florida and have a look at the profitability of companies here. Wow, boy, some of these companies are in a really bad state. And I don't mean Florida. I mean the condition of the companies isn't good. Again, I think there's just far too much striking at the moment in the current game. Too much striking. Companies go bust way too often, and the negotiating with characters isn't great. I really hope they sort of fix those things and make the game a bit more playable, because at the moment it doesn't feel as good as it was before they patched it and updated negotiations, which is why I'm having to resort to loaning money to people and doing it the long slow way. I guess we could always just go after the wealthiest company and just plow money into it. I think that's exactly what the opponent seems to do. Which is why I don't think it's possible for us to catch up with the AI at this point. We can't negotiate, and negotiating was kind of like our primary tactic in order to make money, because we could negotiate, get a better rate than the AI could, and that would essentially make us our future. Let's go ahead and move state and have a look at, so this petrol company is still the most profitable. I think our opponent, they've built up a good amount of investments into this company now. They've got a lot of cash in the bank. They're making a lot of money. Maybe we should have just plowed our money into this one. I don't think negotiating with anybody is going to really help. We could try negotiating with this guy and seeing if we can get a decent deal, but we haven't got a lot of money. There is a antiquity for sale. We might be able to pick it up. Market price is 24,000. Let's participate here. 22 or 25. That's just above market price. There we go. We've got an antiquity, and now I don't have a lot of money. Hey, we've got another achievement, collector, very nice indeed. And now we don't have a lot of money to plow into another investment. I'll let the game tick on, and we really need to think about where we actually put our skill points, because we could put our skill points into any one of these. I just don't know what's worth it. I think a lot of these politics things, they're not really worth it unless you actually own a company. A lot of this diplomacy stuff isn't really worth it unless you're making negotiations, making deals with the AI, which is kind of broken at the moment. And a lot of this economic stuff is just optimizing the game, optimizing your gameplay. So probably economics is the way to go. Reducing agent costs would be handy if I ever used them. so maybe for collecting debt. Bookkeeping reduces taxes. I guess that's a nice bit of optimization. Reducing the assistant cost is definitely worth it, although I could just fire the assistants, I suppose, and take the hit that way. Well, this only helps if you actually own a company, I suppose, because it's all about CEOs and finances. This just reduces the maintenance cost of the character, and the maintenance cost of the character is 2,000. There you go, 2,000. So that's not worth it at all. It's definitely more worth it to put it into like tax or something. Yeah, so I think this is becoming a bit of a struggle game. The opponent is definitely earning a lot of cash very quickly. That bankruptcy before really did hit us pretty hard. We have clawed back some wealth, which is pretty good. So we've gone from like 500,000 to 852,000. So we've made a lot of progress, but it's still not as good as it could be. Do you have some cigarettes for sale? I may as well buy this if I can. Oh, look at that, and we bought it for a pretty decent price as well. So can't complain about that. If we're doing anything right, it's collecting. We've got free antiquities and we've got free luxuries, I guess, alcohol, cigar luxuries. So we're doing that. But yeah, in terms of the competition against the AI, it's getting pretty difficult for us. I think with this, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching today. If you have enjoyed watching, please do leave a like. If you've got any questions, comments, tips or tricks, please do leave a comment in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed but you'd like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe so that you'll be up to date with content in the future. Okay, well, with that, thank you very much, and goodbye.